another mystery log in the sawmill today. This was in my pile of walnut, but I'm really not sure if it's walnut or not. I'm not sure how it got there. I don't even know where this log came from. I was trying to think back and looked at some older pictures that I posted on Instagram showing walnut coming into the mill, and I can't identify this one. I don't know where it came from or how long we've had it. And I tell you, I could be totally wrong about what kind of timber this is. The last one I thought was oak, ended up being poplar. So I'm 0 for 1 on these mystery logs here. Not even sure what it is. I'm thinking it's walnut because it was in that pile, but that don't mean nothing really. It's kind of hard to tell. Pretty nasty log. Got a large opening down here on this end. I'll probably use that as a reference when I start sawing. I'll probably turn it to where we start sawing on this face right here. Just follow this crack as good as we can. And as you can see toward the top here, that same opening comes all the way down, almost halfway the distance of the log right there. So, not sure what we're going to get into today. This may be a total loss right here. And this log has a little bit of a sweep to it. It's high on both ends. The diameter down here on the operator's side is 16 inches, and the length of it looks like an 8-footer. Exactly 96 inches, so 8 feet long. And not that it matters that much, but the diameter down here on the far side, about 14 inches. And there's another large crack down here on this end as well, and it's offset from the other one. I'm really not sure how this is going to go right here. This may be a total disaster. But I think it's going to be walnut. There was probably some bark on it when I brought it over here, and that's probably why I put it in the walnut pile. But then again, I could be totally wrong. We'll see in just a minute. Nasty stuff right here. There's just all kinds of stuff going on right here. All kinds of holes and decay starting and mushrooms growing over here. I do not know. This is probably the oldest log that I have down there in the log yard. I was looking around trying to find the oldest one that I had, and this right here is probably going to be that. It's pretty bad. Let's open her up and see what happens. Well, we've opened up both faces here. And no doubt it's black walnut, and at least it's solid here in the middle. Got got some character here on the outside, got some insect damage. Just makes it unique, but not too bad, better than I thought. I was thinking this was probably going to be a total loss today. This is the one log I put on my mill that I thought was going to turn into firewood afterwards. I'm really surprised here that it's solid in the middle. Sapwood, not so much on the sides, but the heartwood is still good and solid. I'm really not sure what to do with this thing. We got both these major cracks on both ends and they're adjacent to each other, so they're not parallel. And I hope they don't go all the way through to the middle, because then we'll have a total loss right there on our length of boards. And I can't really do live edge slabs on this because the crack is just too many questions there. I don't know how deep it goes in or nothing like that, you know. And ideally this will make a nice mantle. But I was doing some measuring, and you know, both of these checks on the both ends just go in too deep. This will not turn into a nice mantle by no means. If that was solid on the ends, it would be really nice. But the cracks are too deep. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and put it up on its side and try to square it up the best I can without losing too much width, because there's a sweep on this side. Get my tape. And if I square it up, we should get maybe 9-inch wide boards if we're lucky. Maybe down here on the operator end about maybe 10. I think that's going to be the best course of action here to get some usable wood out of this log. I don't see any other way of doing this and getting some, you know, good timber out of it. I'd like to do some small slabs out of it, and that's not going to happen. You know, the mantle, that's out the window, so 1-inch boards is probably going to be the best way to saw it and get the most out of it. So let's turn it up on its side and try to make a decently square cant. I'm not going to be real picky about that. If there's some wane on these sides, I'm okay with that. And then we'll set the AccuSet for 1 1/8 inch. We'll cut some 1-inch boards and see how they look.